I am completely stuck. So I decided to make a video about how I deal when I get stuck. I have to admit, I think I'm very tired with the birds. I've been doing that for like a year and a half now. I'm birded out. So I'm gonna be scrapping that painting that I started. I'm gonna start over. Not really knowing what I'm gonna do, but when I feel that way, I think the best thing to do is to get into discovery mode. And I think most of the time we're scared of doing that. We're scared of scrapping something and starting over because we feel like we wasted our time doing that exact thing that we're gonna scrap. If you're an artist and you're watching this, most likely you've had this in your life where you created something, you were kind of excited about it, and as you're working on it, you're like, Jesus Christ, that's shit. I should start over. But I put way too much time in it, so if I start over, then I wasted all that time. But if you think about it, it's not really a waste of time. It's more like an experiment that did not end it like you wanted. Nevertheless, it's still an experiment, and you learn from experiencing things. So it's not a complete waste of time. Hear me out. So the waste of time would be keeping working at something you know it's not going anywhere. Job, art, project, relationship. If you know it's not going anywhere, that you feel that you put so much time into it that leaving it would be a waste of time, that's when it starts being a waste of time. I think that's my problem. I never stop. I'm always trying to create something new every day. And I think that's a good thing to keep the mind going. But sometimes when you have a blockage, I think it's important to stop, which is something I have a really hard time to do. And just meditate on nothing, just clear your head. Sometimes that's all you need because I have so many ideas that I want to do. That's why when I start working on something and I feel like I'm wasting my time on it, it's very frustrating. Basically, I had an idea in my head. Try something, it didn't work. So what I'm trying to do today is just do something that is out of my comfort zone. And you'd be right to wonder, what the hell is this guy doing right now? This has nothing to do with painting, and I agree 100%. But this thing needs to dry right here. And I'm gonna repair it before it scraps with this thing. And I'm not sponsored by Speedso. I just heard that it was working well, so I want to be careful with my clothes, you know? You want to repair them before they break too much. That might actually work. Starting over, it's not easy, that's for sure. I've done it many times in my life, starting a new life. It's very uncomfortable, but like I said before, I think being uncomfortable it's a great way to discover new things in your life. I think to be sure, I'm still gonna sew a little bit of the patch. My grandmother taught me how to sew when I was like 5 years old. For some reason, I still know how to do these things. And I need to repair that thing too. I love denim, you probably noticed. You know, I was talking about frustration. There's two kinds of frustration when I paint. One of which is I have an idea in my mind. I'm not quite there yet, but I know that when I get frustrated, that means I'm close to a breakthrough. But there's the other kind of frustration. I'm working on something. It's not going anywhere. I keep working at it. That frustrates me even more. That's a shitty frustration. This is what I mean by being in discovery mode, being uncomfortable in anything really in life. And I think Mr. David Bowie said it perfectly.
If you feel safe in the area that you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth. And when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting.
You can learn so much about yourself just when your feet aren't touching the ground. And this is exactly where I need to be right now. I am bored out of my mind, and just doing those dots actually gets me excited. And for any of you out there that would like to say, well, that's easy to do. Yes, I know it's easy to do. The whole point is put yourself in an uncomfortable place. That's the not easy part. It's to start something uncomfortable to you. If you're a painter or you create anything and it's simple and people are like, oh, well, that's easy to do. It's like, sure, but I thought of it first. And that's the thing too. Right. I'm someone who needs structure. If I don't know where I'm going, if everything is not planned, I'm very not comfortable. That's the point of this thing, is to let go. I really don't know where this is going. All I know is it was really liberating to let go of the other one to start something new. And I think this applies to anything in life. If you're not happy about something, it's stressing you out, don't be afraid to start over. Everything will be fine. Even if that other thing doesn't work out, start over. If you think about it, this is what life is about. It's about starting new things and experimenting, trial and error, found out what we like. Yeah. All right.